Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're looking at something a bit different, taking a song's concept and really digging into it as, well, almost a philosophical take.
Yeah, it's fascinating. We're diving into the lyrics from Banner's Perfectly Broken, specifically from the official video transcript.
And the big idea here is this surprising thought about strength and connection emerging from, well, from imperfection, not in spite of it.
Exactly. We're not really focused on the music itself, but treating these words as this short, intense statement about vulnerability, acceptance, and how we connect as humans.
So our mission really is to unpack this idea that being broken isn't the flaw we think it is.
Right. That maybe it's actually necessary for finding that perfect fit with someone else. It really turns the whole self-improvement narrative on its head, doesn't it?
It does. It challenges that pressure, to be flawless before you can connect.
A pressure we all feel, I think. This source material kind of asks, are we putting our energy in the right place if connection is the goal?
Okay, so let's jump in. Where does the narrator start? What's their state of mind?
Well, they're not in a good place. The lyrics say, back at the start, falling apart in the old ways.
So it's not just a bad day, it's a pattern, a cycle they recognize.
Precisely. And it seems linked to this impossible standard they hold themselves to.
The I wish I was flawless line.
Exactly. I wish I was flawless. I'm not. I was fading away. That longing for perfection and knowing they can't reach it is literally making them disappear, emotionally speaking.
Wow, so the quest for perfection is actually causing the problem, the fading.
It seems so, but then, boom, something changes it all. Instantly.
The external connection. Everything fell into place when you told me your name. Just like that.
Yeah, that's the pivot. It's incredibly sudden, from that internal spiral, that hopeless chase for an ideal.
To clarity. Stability. Just from a name, a connection.
And notice, the need to be flawless just seems to evaporate in that moment. The fading stops.
And there's a hint this kind of connection hasn't been easy before, right? The line, two halves of the heart hardly belong.
Yeah, it suggests past struggles, maybe painful attempts at connection that didn't work.
But this time feels different. I'm not letting go, they say.
Which sets us up perfectly for the core idea, this paradox. Because the fix wasn't finding someone equally perfect.
No, it was finding someone whose imperfections kind of clicked with theirs.
Right. Which brings us to that main theme, the title itself.
Perfectly broken. And it starts with this big statement. Everyone's broken.
That's huge, isn't it? It reframes everything. If everyone is broken, then it's not a personal failing.
It's just the human condition, the norm.
Exactly. It removes the shame aspect. We all have our cracks, our rough edges.
And then the lyrics explain how these cracks actually help them fit together. I fill up this missing piece.
It's not about filling an empty void. It's more like completing a structure, like two pieces of a puzzle.
You need the notches and the bumps for them to lock together.
Precisely. The source material says it so clearly. All of your edges fit right into mine.
So if they had both managed to become flawless, smooth themselves out.
The fit would be gone. The connection relies on those very imperfections, those edges.
Okay. But that does raise a question, doesn't it? Are we saying you need damage to connect? That sounds a bit like promoting, I don't know, codependency or trauma bonding.
That's a fair challenge, and the nuance is really important here. I don't think it's celebrating damage for damage's sake.
Okay.
It's redefining perfect. The relationship works because they are perfectly broken for each other. The perfection isn't in the lack of flaws, it's in the ideal fit of those flaws.
Okay. So perfect means perfectly complementary, not perfectly smooth.
Exactly. It's about having your own unique shape, scars and all, and finding the shape that matches. It implies a certain wholeness within the brokenness to even be able to connect.
Right. You need self-acceptance first to even see how you might fit with someone else. It's mutual.
Precisely. And then the song does something interesting. It shifts focus. The narrator takes this understanding and applies it to their partner.
Yeah, addressing the partner's self-doubt, recognizing they're struggling too.
Yeah. The lyric goes, "You've been in the dark and might believe in your thoughts when they tell you you're anything less than you are."
That really nails that negative self-talk loop, doesn't it? Believing those diminishing thoughts.
It really does. It captures how isolating that internal critic can be.
But the narrator steps in with this clear external voice, saying basically, that's not true.
Yeah, it's just not true. That external validation can be so powerful when you're stuck in your own head, right?
Absolutely. Like someone throwing you a rope when you're drowning in doubt.
And because the narrator has just accepted their own brokenness, they're now in the perfect position to help their partners see past theirs.
But they take it even further. They don't just say, you're worthy. They link the partner's past pain directly to their value.
This is the really profound part, I think. All of the scars and the bruises, they what make you human.
Wow. So the damage isn't something to hide or fix. It's fundamental to being human.
It's a radical idea, especially today. We're all trying to present this perfect, curated version of ourselves online and offline.
Hiding the bruises, airbrushing the scars.
Right. And this song is saying, no, no, those things are your humanity. They give you texture, depth.
It makes sense from a vulnerability perspective,
Yeah.
too. You can't truly connect with a perfectly smooth, polished surface.
Exactly. You need those edges, those scars, for someone to actually hold on to connect with authentically.
So the big realization for both of them is all that time trying to fix themselves was kind of pointless.
Seems like it. We didn't need fixing all of this time. It wasn't about repair. It was about recognition and acceptance.
Accepting your own shape and recognizing the complementary shape in the other person.
Yeah, that's the perfect fit. Your specific history, your edges make you uniquely able to connect with that person. It's beautiful, really.
And the song kind of circles back to reinforce this, right? Repeating that line.
Oh, fall into me, everyone's broken, and I fill up this missing piece. It really cements it as this shared understanding.
This powerful emotional journey.
Hmm.
And then the transcript just stops, or rather shifts completely.
Yeah, it's fascinating. Right after that intense emotional peak, you get this jolt back to reality.
The production notes. Okay, stand by everyone, turn over camera speed, and we go live in 5, 4, 3.
Talk about abrupt. It yanks you right out of that intimate internal space.
From the raw truth about scars making us human.
Straight into the mechanics of performance, the controlled environment of shooting a music video.
It creates this amazing contrast, doesn't it? The vulnerability of the message versus the polished technical execution needed to deliver it.
It really does. It makes you think, doesn't it? Even this message about accepting imperfection has to be packaged perfectly for consumption.
A bit of meta-commentary, almost. How much of the vulnerability we see is still, curated?
A really interesting layer to consider.
Okay, so pulling it all together, what's the big takeaway for you, for the listener?
For me, it's that radical challenge to how we view readiness for connection. Maybe striving for flawlessness isn't the path.
Yeah, maybe it's the opposite. Maybe accepting your broken parts, your unique shape, is what actually makes you ready to find that perfect fit, the edges fitting together.
It's a real counterpunch to the whole self-optimization culture, this idea that maybe you don't need constant improvement, maybe you just need acceptance, and then finding someone who's broken fits your broken.
It suggests that striving to erase your imperfections might actually erase the very things that allow someone else to connect with you deeply.
Exactly. Those scars and bruises, the source material says, make us human.
So here's a thought to leave you with.
Yeah.
If accepting imperfection is key to finding that complementary fit, could the endless pursuit of flawlessness actually be isolating us?
Maybe what makes you uniquely you and uniquely capable of deep connection isn't the polished surface you're trying to create, but the inherent imperfect shape you already possess. Something to think about.